H&M is a Swedish multinational clothing retail company which has a reputation for its fast fashion clothing for men, women, teenagers and children. H&M and its associate companies operate in 62 countries with over 4,500 stores and employed around 132,000 people. It's the second largest global clothing retailer, just behind Spain-based Inditex. The company has a significant online presence, with online shopping available in 33 countries. We are going to inform you about H&M as a company regarding the four subjects of our semester: investigative abilities, organizational behavior, economics, business law and ethics. We are located in a creative space to start with the first brainstorm session. Brainstorming has traditionally been used to spur group creativity with the intention of generating concepts and ideas regarding a specific challenge. The purpose of brainstorming gives everyone the opportunity to speak out loud what is on their mind. People could get new inspiration from other ideas, and every idea might develop to something good in a further process. We as a group use brainstorming to have an efficient start with lots of ideas to develop later on. We also did not know the group members, and with brainstorming, you can see a part of each other's qualities and characteristics. We started without any focus on different topics with the ideas, and we came up with a satisfaction questionnaire at the end.
Another tool that we use was making a questionnaire. Our research question determines if there is a high customer satisfaction among H&M customers. For this research, we didn't use a testing hypothesis, so it is an inductive approach. We chose to do quantitative research because we were able to get in touch with a lot of customers. That is part of the survey as method and the questionnaire as a tool. The levels of measurement we gathered are normal data such as gender, skill When interpreting the results of the questionnaire, we found out about a high satisfaction regarding the price of the products and the great customer service. We recognized the overall good reputation of this company, but there was some dissatisfaction about the appearance of the stores. The questionnaire showed us the low scores on that subject. Another tool from investigative abilities that we used was interviewing. We interviewed the store manager of H&M in Breda. We did this from an organizational behavior perspective. Our aim was to find out about the power distance at H&M and what leadership styles the store manager used. The findings are presented later on in the movie.
Through the interview with the store manager, we have received insight in the power distance between floor workers and their managers. Despite the bureaucratic nature of the corporate structure, employees can easily contact their direct superiors. This is possible due to the informal atmosphere in the work floor. Any employee can directly talk to their managers and expect to be listened to. This includes giving both positive and negative feedback without having to worry about negative repercussions. Beside the day-to-day communication, there is also an anonymous annual employee satisfaction survey in which employees can voice their opinion about the management. The results of this survey are later discussed in the group meeting. Out of the information gathered, we can conclude that in H&M store in Breda, there is a low power distance between management and floor personnel. We have also asked the store manager about his leadership style. Employees working on the work floor are given a lot of freedom to do their job. There is no uniform or specific dress code, and people are free to develop their own working style as long as they meet certain requirements, such as appropriate customer greeting protocols. In short, there is little directive influence from management. Since store managers also work on the floor, they are constantly present and are able to maintain supervision of the daily work without having to rigorously check their personnel. As they are usually present, management fulfills a more supportive role in its leadership. The store manager seems to apply the contingency theory of leadership, as he told us he will adapt his managing techniques depending on who he is leading and what function they fulfill. A sales advisor may receive a more specific instruction in what to do and how to do it than a department manager, as more may be expected of a department manager. By maintaining a functional organizational structure, H&M ensures that specialized employees are grouped together to create a large knowledge pool which can easily profit from itself. However, this means the separate groups have a relatively low amount of communication with one another. This, combined with the bureaucratic nature of this type of organizational structure, makes it undynamic. In changing markets, this could lead to significant problems in responding to new trends and developments. In an ever-changing market like fashion, this may lead to some serious issues. H&M has invested in creating good communication between its departments in order to be able to keep up with this market. This is shown by the time it takes the clothing manufacturer to turn a design into a piece of clothing ready for purchase. The process takes 12 weeks from the drawing table to the shelves in their shops.
Now, let's move on to the business law and ethics part for the H&M. First, I will discuss the law aspect, and afterwards I will discuss the ethics part. As the H&M has thousands of employees, employment contracts have to be made. Interested can apply online and fill in all their personal details. Afterwards, they will get an email to ask to meet with the store manager where they will be working. This store manager will decide whether they are a good fit for the position or not. If they are, the trial period of 1 month will start. In this month, managers will keep a close eye on them and see if it still is a good fit. After 2 years, the employees can get a fixed-term contract. If they do not get one, they will be fired. This usually happens when they are a little bit older and know more about fashion, but if they're like part-time workers who are studying a different study then that's not related to the H&M, they will be fired. Most of us know the sign of the H&M. The red cursive letters represent clothes for every age and most of the sizes. The H&M has a copyright on the sign since the copyright has arisen automatically when Erling Persson, the founder of the H&M, created this sign. The H&M has requested a lot of patents throughout the years. Moreover, a lot of these were also assigned to the H&M. For example, the H&M has requested a patent for the applicator unit for a cosmetic unit and the cosmetic unit with an applicator unit of this type. With this, they mean that the H&M has invented a brush for a cosmetic unit, so like powder or something, and they got a patent on this, so now nobody else can use this type of brush, since the H&M has now been seen as a cosmetic producer as well. This patent was assigned the 14th of June in 2016, and this will expire in June 2036. The H&M is well known for moving their factories to third world countries. The horrible accident with the factory in Bangladesh hasn't stopped the H&M to still produce the clothes in third world countries. These people have to work for more than 10 hours a day in poor circumstances. The H&M only benefits from this because the costs are very low. We can all ask ourselves, is it really worth it? Later on this presentation, Kaylee will discuss the profit of the H&M further. However, we as buyers have to be self-aware. Do we really want to buy clothes from a company that treats its factory workers like this? For a couple of years now, the H&M has set up their conscious line, where the main goal is to close the loop of the clothes. The H&M promotes the recycling of unwanted clothes as they believe these clothes can be used again. The promotion comes back again because consumers get a better feeling when they buy at H&M, because they think that the H&M are trying to better the world with recycling unwanted clothes in their renewed clothes. However, studies show that requirements are not met. The H&M implies that at least 30% of their clothes consist of recycled clothes. In contrast, only 0.2% of the recycled clothes come back in the renewed clothes. Buyers of the H&M have to be aware of these facts. Changes have to be made, but how long will it take for the consumer to understand that the problem is moving closer and closer, and that these people are becoming weaker and weaker? The H&M violates human rights in these countries. Are we really gonna stand by while they are treating our man and brother like this?
H&M is a well-known brand. H&M is located all over the world. In 2016 they opened 427 new stores, which included Cyprus and New Zealand. In 2017 they grew even more. They opened 430 new stores, and they are now at 4,553 total offline stores, which are located in 77 different countries, 307 European countries. H&M is not only expanding offline, but also online. In 2017, they expanded their online stores to 5 countries around the world. H&M, their sales is now calculated around 223 billion Swedish crown, which is around 23.2 billion euros. H&M is planning to expand in 2018 to Uruguay and Ukraine. However, the H&M is forgetting one country which is economically doing very well and don't have an H&M store yet: Malta. Malta is a very small island located below Italy. Malta is approximately as big as Texel is. However, Malta has an inhabitants number of more than 400,000, and it doubles in the summer with all the tourists visiting Malta. To look at the economics of Malta, we are going to use 3 sorts of indicators. Firstly, we are going to look at the gross domestic product. Gross domestic product is commonly used as an indicator of the economic health of a country, as well as a measuring of a country's standards of living. Gross domestic product in Malta is expected to be $10.92 billion by the end of this quarter. In the long term, the Malta gross domestic product is projected to trend around $15.35 billion in 2020, according to the economic models. At the right, you can see the gross domestic product growth rate. In the long term, the gross domestic product growth rate is expected to trend around 3.2%. This means that the economy is growing as well as personal incomes and jobs. This in time will increase the spending on retail, which is important for H&M. The second indicator is unemployment rate. Unemployment rate is proportion of people unemployed. Between 2015 and 2017, the unemployment rate is declined with 1.7%, which you can see in the diagram. This is the lowest unemployment rate Malta has known since 2001. The forecast is that the unemployment rate will be even lower in 2018. In July 2017, the average unemployment rate of Europe was 7.6%. If people have a job, they have more money to spend on retail. Moreover, this means that Malta is doing great if you look at the unemployment rate, and they are around 5% below the average of Europe. The third and last indicator is the inflation rate. Inflation is general increase in price and fall in the purchasing value of money. The opposite of this effect is called deflation. Each country has to deal with inflation or deflation. Malta's inflation is quite steady and is between 1 and 1.5, as you can see in the diagram, kind of the same inflation rate as we have in the Netherlands. This low inflation rate means that there is almost no increase in prices. In short term, low inflation rate have a positive effect and the purchasing power of a consumer will increase. This low, steady inflation rate lowers the uncertainty of businesses and people. Considering all these aspects, Malta is a healthy country which could be interesting for H&M to open a shop. As it is a really small island, they could start by opening just one shop in the capital city of Malta. This is the end of our video. We would like to thank H&M Breda for their support and thank you for watching our video.